Hey, what's up, everybody? How you guys
What's
all
up?
doing?
I like
Happy
that.
Valentine's Day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Today I was talking to my
Did you
son.
just figure out today is Valentine's Day
No, it
right
kept
now?
coming and going and coming and going. Like it kept I
Mhm.
remembered, but whatever. And then I would get into whatever I was doing today. Today was so freaking busy. And yeah, so my son and I were on the car and he's like, it's kind of hard to because I did said the same thing to him. Oh yeah, it's Valentine's. And he goes, it's hard not to know it's Valentine's when everybody's posting shit about Valentine's Day. And I'm like, I'm not getting that shit in my feed, not even a little bit. And I'm like, maybe it's all over TikTok, apparently. Whatever, that's his
Well,
algorithm. But
I'm pretty sure. Well, yeah, but your son's also younger,
he is.
optimistic.
Yeah.
We're old and bitter. So,
I told him after 30, it's just becomes another day. He goes, yeah, today's leg day. I'm like, yeah, today is leg day.
he's starting to get it. Yeah,
He's
I get
getting it.
that.
Yeah.
So, but it wasn't just VD Day. Apparently, if you call it VD Day, it's people get weirded out by that too. But it was just Valentine's Day today. It was also Happy Emergencies Act Day.
Oh, yeah.
2 years ago, we enacted the Emergencies Act.
I'll be right back.
It
My
killed,
dog is barking. He's outside. I need to go get him. I'm sorry.
and she's got a bloated
You keep
nose because she
talking. You keep
snorted.
talking.
I will keep talking. It's the only time I get to talk. I can't. So yeah, today's Happy Emergencies Act Day. 2 years ago today, Minister Justin Trudeau came out and enacted the Emergencies Act. First time ever. With the entire situation with the convoy. So it's a bit of a celebration. So, bit of celebration. And since then, obviously, there's been sort of questions in regards to ruling, whether it's been, it was legal, whatnot. There's been a judge that says no. Many people in Ottawa say, hell yeah, we wanted it. But it did happen. It's part of history now. But it wasn't just that today. It was also.
When did you post that? Go back. When did you post that?
When did I post this?
Yeah, what
I
time?
posted
I didn't
this.
see it.
Oh, I posted this at 9:30 this morning.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah,
17,000 views.
I did.
Good job.
Did. This one got a lot of response, and I've
Nice.
been getting a lot of action on that one.
Sweet.
Because again, people like to celebrate fun things.
It's fun.
As well as 2 years ago today was also Happy Hack Convoy Data Day.
That felt good for my heart.
Yeah. So for those who want to have a fun little reminder, not only was the Emergencies Act invoked 2 years ago today, so was the breach in all the data from the
Go
Give
fun.
Send Go, which was securely protected in an open S3 container on Amazon and publicly made available to everybody after. So I figured we want to celebrate a little bit of that today because you know what? Why not?
Speaking of celebrations,
Mm-hmm.
hey Jen
Yeah.
Evans, how you doing? You good? Yeah, you good. That's it.
That's true. A bit of an update in regards to her court case, being that she was able to. I don't recall the full details of it, but Lisa say there was. She won the first round. There is court fees being
The
awarded to her
plaintiff.
for it.
That's right. The plaintiff has to cover the cost of it.
Yeah. And they're moving forward towards the settlement agreement. So it's going to be an interesting amount of details.
And if they can't settle, then they're going to go to trial.
That's right. That's right.
That's it.
It's been an interesting week.
Mm-hmm.
Been a very interesting, even in trial, it's kind of been an interesting week too, because not only have, as you said, some of the lawsuits are going through, including some new lawsuits coming out. Like, how could I put it? These guys, the Convoy, is trying to sue the Ottawa Police Board and say they should pay the damages for what they did. Okay, I'm going to tell everybody here right now. I'm guarantee you before the end of the night, Deana's drink is going to go out to her nose.
No, I'm going to finish them before that happens. No.
You guys can start to pull us to wet.
It's so funny, though. It's like they're so fucking ridiculous. We were peaceful. We didn't do anything wrong. But if we did, it's the police board's fault.
Absolutely. So, Convoy protest organizers defending a proposed class action lawsuit now argue that the Ottawa Police Police Services Board should be on the hook for any potential damages to be paid out, claiming protesters were following police directions when they parked hundreds of trucks in downtown Ottawa during the 2022 demonstration. It's not our fault that we kept on leaning on the horns and demanding all our buddies to lean on the horns because we knew it was driving people nuts. No, that's the Ottawa Police Service's fault.
And scare people from going into businesses and accosting people that are wearing masks who are trying to protect themselves and others. You guys, that was the police board's fault for you guys being fucking dicks.
So line number 2 is the one that kills me. None of the defendants had originally expected to park any vehicles on the streets of downtown Ottawa as part of the protest, according to a new third-party claim filed by the lawyer of the defendants, which include organizers Tamara Litch, Chris Barber, and Pat King.
Do they forget that these assholes made videos?
Oh, yeah,
Do they forget that this was all confession? This was the fucking plan, you assholes.
Everybody's got the receipts. But again, let me finish their statement here. Rather, everyone had been expecting that Freedom Convoy vehicles would park in staging areas selected by the Ottawa Police Service, located away from residential downtown Ottawa, and that shuttles or other forms of transportation would ferry protesters from those staging areas to Parliament Hill for peaceful assembly. State documents filed in Superior Court of Ontario by Toronto-based defense lawyer James Manson.
Wait, what? They wanted Ottawa to pay to shuttle them to their own fucking protest?
Yeah.
Is that what
we can't even get bus service in the goddamn the LRT to work reliably for us. We're going to shuttle your fucking asses
and chauffeur your fucking asses. Like, what the fuck? These people are fucking unreal. Right, Chin Chin?
This is incredible. Yeah, I read this, and as I was reading more, I'm like, because at first I saw the lawsuit, like they're going to try to blame the police. I'm like, all right, this kind of sounds ridiculous. I'll take a look at it later. Didn't get a chance to look at it till today, and then I start reading the article. I'm like, are you serious? Like,
I saw Paul Champ's tweet about it or post or whatever.
Oh, I should have got that. Yeah, I'm sure he had a good posting about it. Do you recall what it said?
He posted the article. I retweeted it. I can find it while we're talking.
Because, god damn, like it's, but still, it's even I'll take a look to see if I can find it here. But again, it's just one of those. You guys knew exactly what you guys were planning on doing. There was, it's like, oh, we're planning to have a welcome committee to park our vehicles in an undisclosed area. Like, no. This was never going to be the case. You guys never would have planned on doing this. This is not at all what's going to be. And you guys had explicit plans to be in the city all over the place, being loud. Until you got
slow rolling, like what's the point?
Rolling.
You wanted to cripple the city. That's what you said you wanted to do. You laughed about it once you got what you wanted. Like, it's all on video, assholes. Fuck the fuck off.
Yeah.
You were so proud of yourselves.
So
not
as
so
my
proud anymore.
Yeah, as my unqualified legal opinion, because not a lawyer, I don't think it's going to get very far.
It's not going to get very far. It's a joke.
Like it's sorry, but it's
like sovereign sit shit. Just dumbass trying to pull anything out of a hat to see, throwing spaghetti at the wall, seeing what fucking sticks. Like or prolonging the grift. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Well, I think they're trying to shift a little bit. Here's the reality. Some of the lawyers might be turning to them and saying, like, listen, we're going to defend you, but we're looking over this shit, and there's a good risk you guys are going to be having to pay a couple of million each. So
Yeah, they're companies. I wonder if the companies that are being sued went through their insurance? And I wonder if their insurance, like if they tried to go through their insurance and they got approved, or they did not get approved. I think we
yeah.
would have heard about it if they didn't.
Both are very possible. I mean, the companies are going to have to watch out, because if they're getting sued for this, I'm not sure if the insurance would cover it.
Yeah, because it's not a work thing.
Well, exactly. So I
But
mean, a lot of the companies are probably going to be protecting themselves, especially the companies that weren't really involved, where their vehicles were involved. It's like,
they were
no, no,
almost going
yeah,
to lose their insurance, actually.
absolutely. But those companies got pretty quick, pretty smart. Like, thought it's our vehicle. We're firing the employee. Please bring us back our vehicle. We're done with them. And that's, that's kind of the, like, we had nothing to do with this. Don't cancel my insurance. And I'm okay with that. Some of these companies, there's nothing they didn't want to get involved with. But as for the rest of them,
Yeah, but if their drivers were getting involved and then they're going to null or void their insurance,
yeah.
they're not going to be employed much longer.
Well, they just need to take some good legal advice from say, like, people like Jason LaFacci, who had said,
Oh,
"Well, I'm not going to
perfect.
show up to the courthouse. What are you going to do about it then?"
It's a great idea,
I think it's
actually.
fantastic.
I
It's
think it like the picture that we need to paint in our heads is like the ostrich's head in the sand, and just like
yeah, ignoring a court summons
I'm
is
high. If you can't see me, I can't. If I can't see you, you can't see me.
no, it's like this. You can't see me. Can't see me.
Yeah, you can't see me. I keep forgetting about that. And it's fucking funny every single time. Oh,
Uh,
damn.
John Cena, well done. Can't see me.
Can't see me.
Ah.
I can't
So
find it.
yeah, I did. I took a look. He only posted the article, which just
Yeah, but he just
mentioning what
said,
it was.
yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, he didn't say much more than that.
Yeah,
I
I
can read it out
retweeted
to
it.
you, actually.
I quote
Yeah.
tweeted. I don't remember what I said. I don't care.
Yeah, convoy organizers are trying to attach auto police in $300 million class action, arguing police made them do it and should be
Yes.
liable. So, I mean, short of, and I'm looking at this, I'm like, short of the police literally going to their homes around the country, grabbing them, dragging them to Ottawa to set them up on the streets. Nah, brah.
Yeah.
You were involved. You made choices.
Well, yeah, that's what it is. They made choices.
They make poor
They're
choices.
And it wasn't the police board that was making the deal with these people. It was the police liaisons that were having conversations with these people. And I'm not saying
Yeah.
blame the police for this.
No,
It's not at all what I'm saying. But
No,
it
police
wasn't the
liaison, city, and the police. I mean,
Yeah, the city was exactly what the fuck was it?
different
Makalakis,
groups were
whatever the name
involved,
is.
but they weren't even organized themselves. As apparently, dear old Tam confessed in her book. But just to show you how organized they are now, camp updates. So, Lady Scribble 16 mentions, anyone remember the homeless Castleman? The homeless Castleman camp was supposed to house over Christmas. Here's what happened since then. So remember, if you guys remember, they were going to be having a whole bunch of homeless people. They're going to drive around with white vans and pick them up, throw them in the back, and keep about 20 of them on the camp and feed them and home them. And they're going to be helping out with the freedom fighting. Then we didn't really hear much about it since then. And apparently, because he even got a trailer and everything for it. Because the gentleman here, Richard Maloney, Malawani, where's the trailer you bought and transported there? The trailer that was used for exactly that purpose.
Cornwall at my parking.
Yeah, Ryan Freedom says Cornwall at my parking, and Ryan Freedom is, as we mentioned in the last episode, sort of taking over the leadership role. And to Rich, to respond and saying, "Where the homeless it was for, back on the streets." And Ryan Freedom's response, "I didn't agree with that idea."
So it's sitting in his parking lot, and his
Because
parking
he didn't
spot.
agree with his idea because, freedom.
I love it.
Gotta time these better if we can get it out the nose.
I fucking love it. Oh my God. What happened after? There's got to be more conversation after that.
There is nothing more conversation. There might be more conversation, but that's
just wait
all
for
we've
a live
got.
or something. They're going to be like, pissed. That's hilarious.
Oh, more than likely. Like you could just picture it like somebody's bitching it somewhere. There's some like DMs going back and forth. There's a whole again, the camp is getting kind of questionable.
First they stole our money, now they stole our whatever trailer. Yeah.
First you stole my freedom, then you stole my trailer.
It's pretty much stealing. Like, it was provided for a specific purpose, and this guy was just like, nah, the purpose is for me. That's its purpose. I've decided.
Well, I don't know if he's decided the trailer was for him.
Why is it in his parking spot in Cornwall and not in Castleman?
I'm not follow me through. I'm not saying
when
he decided it wasn't for the
believe them.
He just decided it wasn't for the homeless people. He didn't agree with that idea. Like, all right.
It's for his parking spot in Cornwall, nowhere near Castleman. Perfect.
Apparently. I'm not sure. I guarantee you it's going to be something,
it was donated. Right. It was donated for a specific purpose. He stole. I don't care. He took it home. That is stealing. He took it home or took it to his property for a different purpose. Rental thing.
Yeah.
He didn't bring it to where they said it was going to go, which is Castleman Camp, and homeless people could be in there. They are, that guy is gross. And I hope they eat him alive.
I'm trying to find the reference here in regards to when they decide they're going to do the whole homeless thing.
Oh shit! I hope not. Was it in shitty shape? I didn't even see it. Was it like?
It looked. If I remember correctly, it looked rough. It did look rough. Yeah,
okay. But it was meant to stay stationary and house people. It wasn't meant to be like Wasn't there like an issue about transporting it too? I don't know.
There's an issue about rats. I can't recall the full details. I don't think we covered the trailer too much. The trailer was bad. I remember there was holes in there. I remember seeing some video about it. It wasn't looking good. Sorry?
It barely had a roof.
Oh, barely had a roof. It barely had.
That's what.
It had anything, and I'm kind of surprised they didn't try to fix it up. And when the barn got shut down from public usage because it wasn't deemed safe for human usage. So,
off to a good start.
Oh, we're way beyond the start. It
shouldn't have been moved anywhere. I think. Yeah.
Like I know with motorhomes. Exactly. I know with motorhomes, they can be moved around when they're young, but once they're kind of parked and stationary, they will end up being to a point of rotten. That's it. You can't move them anymore, unless it's you knock it down and put it in the back of a dumpster, and that's it. Because they don't age well for movement. As opposed to this was an actual trailer.
Weird.
What?
In this day and age, we can't build trailers that will last a long time after they've been.
Well, this trailer lasted a fair amount of time. I remember looking at this trailer, it lasted a fair amount of time because I couldn't really tell, but it wasn't like it was a 5 or 10-year-old trailer. For all we could tell, this could have been a 40-year-old trailer. It was sitting somewhere. Now, this was just a normal actual trailer. It was a container trailer. That part was true. But the tops of those things are kind of thin. And again, most times when vehicles are, you want to be as light as possible because light means, no, weight means fuel. You want to be as light as
Right, but
possible.
if you're too light, then it can fishtail and shit. So,
Look at you with the science of driving.
well, it's true.
You're right.
What is that supposed to mean? Have you ever been in a car with me before?
Well, that's
I'm a
true.
stellar
That's true.
driver.
Yeah, okay, Leadfoot. Not making that shit up. I was there for the ticket. We posted it.
It was funny. I was like, fuck.
Yeah. I know. I was there.
Shit.
But well, you don't need to worry about it being too light because again, those things are also designed to also have a load in them. So, so it's usually pretty good that way. But yeah.
But if it needs if it's barely got a roof and it needs a safety and it should have been driven, I don't know that it was in any shape. Like, was it heavy enough? Was it lopsided? Like what? You know what I mean?
I'm not sure how it made it back to Cornwall or to Cornwall from Castleman because again, not saying Castleman to Cornwall is a big distance, but I know roughly it's about an hour to an hour and a half.
That's a long time to be on a road.
20 minutes if Deana's driving.
That's not true. An hour and 25 minutes. With a stop in the middle.
She's taking her time. But yeah, so but again, I think beyond the damage and everything else that need to be done, because a fair amount of work would need to be done for this thing to be usable and livable. And again, looking at the entire area and the times we've seen the pannings of shots, you're like, this barely looks like livable. It just looks like a tent kind of, tent city kind of thing. And not even tent city because tents are at least somewhat reliable. This is just shacks. There's no safety there. And it's interesting if you think about it now because this particular camp is still running. But who's left there in regards to the messaging and the other information? It's something I was quite aware of.
Gordon Berry's still there.
Gordon Berry's there. Norman Blanchfield is still kind of there, I think, but not really. And that's kind of it. Like, Daisy went there around the beginning quite a bit, did quite a bit of stuff, and then it's died out. Ven was kicked out.
Do you think people are going to come this weekend and hang out there? Because they're coming for the 17th.
That's a good question. Well, we're going to discuss that in a bit here.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a good question. Like, they're going to need places to stay, but I don't think so. And we'll get to that when we get to the 17th. But right now, it's and Leslie Blunos said it's not. It's kind of true. Most of the French convoy people are the ones going there. Most of the French jets. So those connected to Norman. Happy kitty.
She's playing.
She is. So they're the ones going down there. They're the ones kind of doing their thing. But it's yeah. This camp, I don't know much longer it's gonna last. I'm surprised it survived the winter. Like, honestly, I thought it was gonna be dead by now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is dead now. I mean, if there's only 2 people there or whatever. The chef, the master chef, and Gordon Berry.
Well, I mean, let's think about this. Like freaking, where's Freedom George now?
Off with Summer Rose.
Yeah. Where's Colin Big Bear?
Making really gross, not knowing how to chew gum videos.
Yep.
Not in Ottawa, though. Both of them not in Ottawa.
Where's Ron? Well, I can answer that question. The Ron one. The Ron one gets a little weird because, he had to go back to Alberta to go, and then he'll be right back in Ottawa. But instead of going to Ottawa, thank you, Magic Hand, he had to do a little detour to Texas.
Hello, everybody. How is everybody doing today? Been a fun day so far. What do you can see behind me? It is just miles after miles after miles of fields. It is cabbage, and you can see Border Patrol over there. So we are in Yuma, Arizona. If you guys can see, so that's where the wall is, and it kind of there's the other end. So it's you're a good few hundred meters anyway of an open field with Border Patrol circling around over there. Isn't this crazy? So here, the wall has stopped, and that's the new wall. Right there.
That's not the new wall.
Isn't that crazy? So this is wide open here. That is insane.
It's the purple lights again. It's the 5G
So
lights.
here you go.
Wait for it.
Tell me the guns start shooting.
Nice.
Uh-oh. I'm on the other side of the wall. Isn't that crazy? That is insane. So, I guess technically I'm in Mexico. But, as you can see, there's the wall, and she's wide open. And they have coolers of, there's water and stuff for them to come over.
Oh, yeah?
Wide open.
Wide open spaces.
You can see it for yourself. USA. Mexico.
Awesome. That's the new
I'm
wall.
surprised he found Mexico. But I think it's because Trump's kind of showed it to him.
Love it.
So
look at the millions of migrants. Exactly, Lady Bluedozer. All that water gone.
All the water there, it's all there. It's
So
going to
many
be gone
coolers.
as soon as the millions show up there. But again, I'm going to spit out some facts here in regards to certain things that are kind of interesting. So the U.S. is absolutely petrified of illegal immigrants coming in from the southern border
Oh, they should be
in the thousands because they come in there and they stay in the country. Cool. I remember hearing a couple of stats that showed Canadians tend to be the ones that stay in the country past their visas more. And funny thing about Canadians, if they stay there long enough, they pick up the local accent, they kind of blend in. You know, they look the same. Something about a certain hue. So, but the second thing is like
Damn
he's
those
there.
immigrants.
Yeah, exactly. But the second thing too is he's there and animated like, oh look, the wall stopped here, so magically just all this thing floods in there. So it's like, well, it's not a dam, dude. It's a wall. Second thing, you saw people climb the wall. The third thing is, if you think borders are, oh, thank you, Magic Hand. If you think that the borders are only secure to the wall, what the fuck do you think is along the Canada-U.S. border? Because I can tell you one thing, there ain't no fucking wall there.
But they're okay if it's Canadians going to the United States. I'm like like these convoy people are like we belong there. They don't think that Canada and the United States are different, other than
We're the acceptable foreigners. Oh well, some of them actually believe we're actually already part of the United States, which is
that's right. That's what I mean. And they're
Yeah.
like trying to make it happen. Um,
And there's
Yeah.
some Canadians trying to make us the 51st state because no.
so crazy. I miss the Canada that I thought it was. That wasn't really. I wish it could be what I thought it was.
Canada, U.S., Mexico, U.S., Mexico.
Canada, US. Canada, US.
There you go. There you go.
Except for the Americans will shoot you if they see you.
Yeah.
Even if you're from Canada. Cross that border. Get on the fucking ground. You've gone through border services, eh? Like driving into the US?
I have. I
They don't
have.
fucking play, those people.
Hmm.
And they do good cop, bad cop. Like you go in through the first border and it's all like, hey, yeah, whatever. And then you get to the next one. The guy, you've got fucking cameras all over you. And the guy's just like, blah, blah, blah. It's like, yeah, whatever.
I don't know if I ever told you the story about the one time I went there. I went there with a buddy, and this was probably the dumbest part because kind of nice guy, but it wasn't too bright. So this is pre 9/11, so this probably helped us in a lot of ways. And so we get to the U.S. and we get to, and we were just going down to Messina because we're being stupid, and we're like, we're just gonna go to the U.S. to go have breakfast. Why?
And back
Why
then,
not?
all you needed was your license. You
Yeah,
didn't
and
need a
we
passport.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was that long ago that we had our driver's license. That's all we cared about. We had a driver's license. We got to show it. Cross the border. No big deal.
Well, they changed it after 9/11.
They did. So we get to the border, and this is where we learned that well, I learned. I don't know if he did because again, he wasn't too bright. But we learned that when you get to the U.S. border, they want clear answers to their question. It's like,
Right.
are you guys Canadian? Yeah. You guys born in Canada? Absolutely. And where are you guys going? We're going to Messina. And where are you guys going to go there? Just going to look around. Is what's this answer? It's like, well, where are you guys going? Just going to go look around. And he starts having an argument with the customs guy for the U.S. because he's just like, we're just going to go look around. And he's like, what the hell? Fucking pull over. You're pissing me off at this point. I'm like, oh, dude, just give him any location. Tell him the McDonald's. Tell him the restaurant. Tell him something. He just wants some idea what you're going to do. No, he pulls us over. And this is 2 o'clock in the morning. And so there's two guys there. And the first thing you notice is they're both there, standing there, hand on the side, which is the pistol. And you're like, oh, God. I'm going to be naked during this trip. And it's going to be your fucking fault, isn't it? So it wasn't a full strip search, but they did ask us to empty the pockets and stuff. So, I'm like throwing my wallet and stuff like that. Looking at it, I got nothing of interest in there whatsoever. They're like, all right, fine. And then they say, well, we're going to search the vehicle. I'm like, it's not my vehicle. It's my buddy's vehicle. And we're so glad because one of the things that kind of protected us for them disassembling the entire vehicle is that it was a propane powered vehicle. It was an old city vehicle he bought. And because of that, you need to have a P2 license. If not, if you disassembled a propane powered vehicle incorrectly, it turns into a bomb.
Oh, shit.
Kind of a terrible thing. So they went into this truck, and my buddy, bachelor young at the time, with a truck he bought from the city that was propane powered for probably $500. And to give you an idea how bad this truck is, we painted part of it with yellow trim clad and a paintbrush. And it actually did make it look better. It was that bad. Covers it up. And so they get to the truck and they're looking at it like, okay, this is some weird redneck shit right here. Open it up. They start looking in there and there's this garbage everywhere because they're looking for like anything suspicious. They're looking through it like, I don't know if there's anything terrible in here. I'm pretty sure there's nothing illegal in here, but I'm not searching anything more and beyond this because this thing is just disgusting.
Oh, shit.
It was. I'm not surprised. So we finally got in there. I can't, and you know what? Thinking back now, We got out of there. We got to go to Messina. And I don't think we even had fucking breakfast there. The whole purpose of the goddamn trip.
You sure? Because he didn't answer the question. I'm just gonna look around.
True. We ended up driving around, but I don't think we ended up having breakfast there, which is kind of disappointing. And no, I think we did. Yeah, because one of the waitresses going, "You came here for breakfast? The fuck's wrong with you guys? This is Messina."
We used to go shopping there. Anyway, what's next?
What's next? Well, next thing has to do with the Coutts 4. So as you guys remember, last week we talked about Chris Lysak and Jerry Morin, no relations, having been released on a probation. So somebody did release some of the information from the Kings of their release and their agreement statement of facts. So this is what they gave. Now, the first one here is between the Crown and Christopher Lysak. And the couple detailed points I want to bring up to are apparently I did not highlight or did not save any of my highlights. Let me check here real quick. No, my shit is crap. So Lysak, so I'm gonna have to see if I can do this from memory, because apparently, Christopher Lysak, who resided in Lethbridge, learned that the convoy and decided to head to Coutts, and there was common there.
He forgot that he had quickly placed a handgun in the bag when his daughter knocked on his bedroom door.
Hang on. Point number 2, though. Christopher Lysak, who resided in Lethbridge, learned about the convoy and decided to head to Coutts to participate. He packed a suitcase, took his Remington rifle model 700 and ammunition bag so he could hunt coyotes if he found himself idle and bored. Lysak drove to Coutts with a white Dodge Ram 2500. So, and I think it was point number 5 I ended up going down to, which was police obtained various search warrants, including a warrant to search 306 First Avenue, Coutts, Alberta, and trailers and property. The police arrested Anthony Olenek, Christopher Carbert, and Christopher Lysak on February 13th, 2022. Jerry Morin was arrested on the next day, February 14th, 2022. So about a year ago today. Police executed search warrant 1314, including trailer where Lysak was residing. During the search, the trailer police located the cache of firearms, ammunition, including Mr. Lysak's Sig Sauer semi-automatic handgun. At the time the police located the handgun, the gun was loaded, and there was a round in the chamber. Mr. Lysak was arrested outside the main location where the protesters had been gathering and was not with his gun at the time of the search warrant. All materials, Mr. Lysak did have a possession and acquisition license for both the rifle and the automatic firearm, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. That was for Mr. Lysak. For Mr. Go ahead.
I just want to say, for someone to think that the best way to pass their time because they're bored is to go shoot animals, I think that's a pretty fucked up statement. If you have to go cull coyotes or whatever, something is all right, but you're going somewhere specific and thinking to yourself, I'm going to shoot coyotes if I'm bored. First of all, we know it's a bold-faced bullshit lie. But if that's what you think is making you look better, you look like a fucking psycho.
So this one gets a little bit more interesting in regards to, so Mr. Morin apparently was, at least to me, felt like Jerry was a little bit more of the provider of the weapons. And I'll explain here in regards to a couple points here. So 1 to 4 kind of reads the same way as the same thing as Christopher in regards to they're all getting together, they're all getting down there. So emergency let's see, response to Coutts blockade, RCP did the investigation. This is included in the undercover operations. RCP commenced the emergency intercept, emergency wire. Emergency wire disclosed a number of conversations between Morin and people the Coutts blockade, whom he had come to know and to know the co-conspirators. These conversations disclosed a conspiracy to deliver firearms, ammunition, and other equipment to co-conspirators, knowing that they sought the firearms and equipment for criminal purpose. One co-conspirators will be here on referred to as X, and the other one referred to as Y. Why?
Good
I don't know.
point, Guy. By the way, Guy made a good point.
It
It
doesn't
doesn't
matter if he
matter if
was.
yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Yeah. No, go ahead. Read that one.
It doesn't matter if he has a legitimate reason for carrying the rifle. It can't be loaded in the vehicle. That's a very good
Absolutely.
point. I forgot, though. That's what he's saying. It's the
Yeah.
Ottawa Police Board's fault. They parked there, and this dude just forgot. I feel like we're dealing with 12-year-old boys who get in trouble and then try
Mhm.
to come up with the excuse.
Well,
And they're all just as ridiculous as the other.
so let me continue with a couple more things because we're gonna definitely go into this one a little bit more. 8. Subsequently, there were a series of text messages between Morin and co-conspirators. These messages addressed how to bring in firearms and equipment, including that cell phones should be turned off during delivery. Morin had a series of calls with 3 other co-conspirators. Following the calls, Morin Google searched an address, which was an address where co-conspirator Y had firearms. Shortly thereafter, UCOs were advised by other co-conspirators of a detailed plan to bring firearms past the RCMP checkpoints at the Coutts blockade. On February 9th, 2022, UCOs observed Mr. Morin arrive in a truck at a field near the main site at Coutts blockades, which was located past the RCMP checkpoint at Milk River. So everybody's been going around like, "Oh, these guys are peaceful. There was nothing wrong. This was just like a whole thing."
They're political prisoners.
Yeah, political prisoners, my ass. They brought in firearms.
Yes.
Period. They brought in firearms. There's no question here.
Just in case there were coyotes if he was bored.
Yeah.
It's a good story.
But to me, it's like, okay, if it was one person who had firearms, that's one thing. This here, like, especially when you get to Morin, you're talking about shuttling in weapons. Like, this is.
And then Googling shit. And that's just so
Googling
funny.
the address of somebody, I'm like, all right, fine. He's just probably using ways to try to find somebody's address. That's one thing. It helps confirm that that's one of the people that was involved. I understand that part, but you're still shuttling in weapons.
Whose address was he looking for?
We don't know. It's just known as co-conspirator. That's why it was documented as. So I think it was Y or one of the other ones. So
Google Maps.
Google
When I
Maps
get to
confirmed
this
that.
person's house. Yes.
Yeah. I probably just checked the history on the guy's phone.
That's right.
Point being,
if he had his location on, but he said turn off your phones when you're doing the delivery, and that's so that it doesn't location track you.
Well, he was told that, but maybe he just didn't listen.
Because he's smarter than them.
Totally. He's a subscriber to the Lafaci School of Hacking. But yeah, no, it's like, again, to me, my point is like these guys were bringing in weapons, and it's not just one weapon for one person. Like they were setting up to bring in multiples. I'm glad law enforcement was able to see that. Like, to me, you're bringing weapons into anything, you've changed the game. Like, this is a much more serious threat now. There's like, you're not bringing in weapons just to make the place more festive. This is not a bouncy castle.
Coyotes are his bouncy castle.
Inflatable puppies, I'm sure.
Coyotes. If I was bored, I'd go find coyotes.
I mean, like, seriously, like, what the hell? I don't know. What did you think?
Yeah, I just think they're a bunch of fucking idiots, and I'm tired of their stupid lame ass excuses. And I hope this is Chris isn't the one. Chris is the one that is still going to trial, right? For
No,
his, or did
Chris
he
and
have the
Jerry.
3.5
Oh,
years
yeah. Well, so
time
no,
served?
I think Moray is the one that had 3.5 years.
Right. Okay.
Lysick had 3. Both of them are out now because both of them had finished being in
Yes.
lockup for about
And
2
one of them was
years.
in solitary and blah blah blah. Yeah, I remember the story.
Yeah, so they're
Okay.
both kind of like out for time served.
That was his
The other
defense.
2, on the other hand, well, I'm not sure if this kind of is a rolling on them or not, but
See.
it is. But you asked for the convoy to be done with, and sorry, that ain't happening. So they decided for their
Trucks.
reunion, the 16th and the 17th, rolling on the 16th and the 17th, they're going to turn Wellington Street into a truck stop. So first of all, if a truck does end up going Wellington Street, everybody needs to call Mark Sutcliffe as to what the hell did you do when you reopened the Wellington Street, and everybody, including Parliament Hill, told you not to fucking do it.
Right.
This is your fault. Period. And I'll make sure
Should
that
we give
everybody's
him
reminded.
all of the noise violation tickets? He would do. What kind of a ticket does Mark Sutcliffe deserve to let these fucking assholes end up parking their big ass trucks on Wellington Street?
Absolutely.
But they might close it for this weekend.
I
They
doubt
could,
it.
you know.
I doubt it, but I do expect law enforcement to be a little bit more I don't know if aggressive is the right term.
No, I think they're going to close Wellington.
I don't think they'll close Wellington. I don't expect vehicles to come in. Like, let's be honest here. A lot of them, anybody who had vehicles that went downtown and got seized, they're not forgetting that shit. A lot of them had to pay fines. Some of them are still paying off the fines. So they're not going to be dealing with it. Second, they're not going to be coming in the numbers even close to what the original convoy is.
Oh, I know that. I'm not even worried about that.
So I'm pretty sure the city is going to be like, yeah, no, move it or we're going to move it.
Well, that's fine as long as they're able to take actually have a tow truck come and move it.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Because the tow trucks wouldn't move it unless the Emergencies Act was called and they were forced to work. They're not forced to work here. Let's just remember that part.
There were larger numbers and it was a bit intimidating. And so I don't want to fully fault the
I'm not faulting them. They were getting death threats.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't fault it.
That's not me faulting them. It's me saying the only way that they could do it was if they were forced, and now they're not. They could still be getting death threats.
Absolutely, but I mean, and I definitely did like for the original the original push there from the convoy where they allowed the tow truck companies to basically hide the identities of drivers, remove plates, that kind of stuff, for them to be able to do their job, just for their safety.
Right.
Totally think it was a fantastic job.
That's not going to happen this time.
I don't think it needs to happen this time either.
Okay. You don't think
why would it?
Dumb fuck would have a goddamn stupid ass truck to park in the middle of Wellington?
I'm pretty sure we're not going to get the numbers. Because let's be honest here. One.
Oh yeah.
I would be entertained if one truck showed up. So I'm pretty sure. Well,
you know what we should do if one truck shows up? We should all do an emergency protest and just all surround that fucking truck.
Well,
you're not going anywhere. You wanted to be here? You're going to stay here for a long time. Or we should tie a rope to it and we all pull and drag ourselves off of Wellington. That'd be fucking hilarious.
That could be. Well, hang on a second here. I do have a video clip
Oh, good.
about this, and
About what? The truck pulling a rope?
no, not the truck, but the event itself.
Oh, dear.
I'll let the experts explain.
Daisy here, my good
Oh,
friend
God.
Johnny Rowe. Hello, hello. Welcome to Ottawa.
Oh,
Welcome.
losers.
We're here just to update everybody on the plans for the upcoming weekend. There's a lot going on. The rumor is that people are going to start showing up on about Wednesday, but the main event is not until Saturday. So come on into town. If you've got your place, if you don't have a place, I'd advise you to start looking and start asking around. I think the hotels are filling up, and we're expecting a full street of people. We're expecting quite a number of people, and we're ready for you. We can't wait to see you. And we want to kind of reassure everyone that we're prepared for Saturday. We have a permit on the hill. We've have a liaison with the police. We've in discussions with them. It's all perfectly fine. They're expecting us. We're going to have some speeches by some people that you will know, and other people that you might get introduced to for the first time, and talking about how we got here and what we've been up to and where we're going in the future. And so it's going to be a great day. We're expecting a large crowd, and we're ready for it. We can't wait to see you.
We'll do our best to roll out the red carpet for everyone coming, and I hope it'll be a wonderful weekend.
Yeah, it's going to be great. Welcome, and we can't wait to see you guys. We'll see you soon.
Okay. Thanks so much, everyone.
So yeah, but it sounds like they have an actual permit. It doesn't sound like it got canceled. But again, if you remember Matthew Venn, he got permits for last year's also, around 28th, 29th. We remember that event intimately. But yeah, so these guys are gonna be doing the same thing again. I got the feeling it's gonna be no different than 28th, 29th. You see the same people. The most they have is like a convoy going from Peterborough to Ottawa is so far the only thing I've seen. They will be coming to Ottawa, going to the biker church. Then from the biker church, they're going to be going downtown Ottawa. So, yay.
Yay. We'll see.
I'm
We will
pretty
see.
sure they're going to do what they're determined to do.
I think they'll probably get 95 people. That's my guess. What's
It's
your
not far.
guess? Last year they got about 150. I think it'll be 95 this time.
What did you get? What did you estimate they had last time? When we were there, when you were there on the Saturday there.
Oh, I didn't estimate. I actually counted, and even Mimi did.
Mhm.
So they had 61.
61? Okay.
I say 95.
Say 80.
Okay. All right.
Actually,
remember
no. No,
Baby.
actually, I'm going to say 105.
It says 135. You say 105?
I say 105.
Okay.
135 for BB. Yeah.
And I'm a 95.
Yeah. I'm saying it's going to be, they're going to have sort of the numbers of what they have right now. And they're going to have a little bit more because they're going to have some church people there. So that's where it's kind of gray. I
think
feel it's
Loser
even
X
more.
Nurse will be there. We'll see. What's happening in Toronto at that weekend? Anything?
I don't think anything in Toronto is going on that weekend.
Okay.
I mean, nothing more than the usual. Because again, this is long weekend coming up. For those who don't remember,
I'm just wondering because I want to know if people from Toronto are going to be coming, and they probably are.
again, this is not really billing to be a big event. I'm not overly.
They're coming.
I mean, again, a lot of people are kind of like focused on more significant other issues, like kind of like the next one we're about to talk about. Yes, absolutely, Ziggy. Family Day weekend is this weekend.
No, you can
Nice
go
job.
over, baby. You can go over whoever's closest.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
Absolutely
so if
correct,
it's
Maxine.
134, you win. Because you're only one away.
So we're not doing
Velvet,
Price is Right
Peterborough
rules?
Jets will be there. Yeah, I agree. Vaccines, baby.
Yeah. if so, if Crystal Peters shows up, she'll have to be hanging around with Carl because
Yeah, they
neither of them
can't
are
go
allowed.
to Parliament.
Yeah. So, and Carl's already mentioned he's got his nice little line. I think he's as he mentioned it. It's either going to be at Reader Center he's going to be at, or it's going to be on the other side, which I believe is the church. Like that's where the 500-meter line is, so they can go party hard there. Yay.
Love it. Well, he'll just join the march when they march because they're going to have a march, right?
They are.
He'll be there waiting at Rito Center for them to pick him up. And then they'll go around and they take the long way, or they go to the Ottawa sign. I don't know if they're going to do the same thing, but they usually go to the Ottawa sign and then they go back. And Danny makes sure that they go back the long way so that Carl can be with them longer. So, yeah, I caught that on my live when I was there on Saturday. What's up, Ginny? You looking at my lap?
These guys are painful sometimes. But you know what? I guess, they need to have a hobby. So, going away from this and going to actual issues going on, as many of you guys know, there's been 2 protests in particular that occurred.
Love this one.
Yeah, both on Monday and yesterday. So this one was from yesterday. Mondays was also really good, but I didn't bother with any of the footage because time. But this one we decided to focus a little bit more on, and that was in regards to the sit-in. And I even captured some of the speech that Deana asked me to capture. And so this was this. Actually, Deana, you can explain this one a little bit better than I can because
Well, I don't know. What do you want me to explain? I think you should just play the video. It's very
Okay, well, I meant the background. So this was a sit-in at,
Yeah, I mean, she's going to say it in the speech, so it's kind of repetitive. Why don't you just let her speak for it?
There you go. You can clarify it after whatever parts we missed.
Yeah.
Daisy here.
No, not Daisy.
No.
Welcome to Ottawa.
I've had enough of him.
Terrible at this thing, aren't I? Jesus. Joe, get your act together. Let me try that again.
Is the main lobbying group for Canada's arms trade with Israel. And we know that since October, Canada has expedited the shipping of $28.5 million worth of arms to Israel. Canada is fully complicit in this genocide. Coutts is fully complicit in this genocide, and not only complicit, but guilty. We refuse that our country hosts lobbying groups that target lobbying for genocide. We refuse that our government provides arms for this genocide. Shame on Justin Trudeau! Shame on the Canadian government! And shame on Coutts!
Inside, guys.
Shame, shame, Coutts! Shame, shame, Coutts! Every year, Coutts facilitates North America's largest arms trade, CanSac. Every year, this happens right here in Ottawa in May, where they host companies like Alvin Systems, companies that are known to test their weapons on Palestinians and custom to increase their sales.
fucking so impressed. Shit. That's awesome.
There's a sit-in. Business as usual for corporations profiting off of this genocide. Shame, shame, Patsy! Shame, shame, Patsy! Shame, shame, Patsy! No arms to Israel! No arms to Israel! Arms embargo now! 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 We demand that the Canadian government implement an immediate arms embargo against the genocidal Zionist regime. We stand here in struggle with our comrades inside to offer them protection, to offer them support, and we salute them for their bravery in plotting and trading
Solidarity.
arms to genocide
Fucking
our people in Palestine. The people in this building profit off of the killing and murder of our people. Shame! Nazi's sole purpose is to profit off of imperialistic wars across the globe, including in Palestine. Shame! Shame! And we know that Canada is nothing more than another violent imperialistic power that is asserting.
For those who are just joining, we have a sit-in going on right now, and that's why we're here to protect them. This is fucking amazing. So fucking proud of those people.
I'm a little surprised you weren't inside.
I've been busy. I don't know.
That's fair.
Even if I was invited to go there, I'm working on a lot of shit right now. Like a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Really positive, great shit that will matter. And
Yeah,
that matters.
yeah.
But I can't do it all.
Yeah, no, I think that.
I have to finish these projects first, and then I'll do other stuff, other actions. Like at the beginning, I was part of that. And we did the fucking EDU, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
And
Export Development Canada, EDC.
Yeah, EDC. That's the stuff that was going on at the beginning, but there's so many wonderful things going on right now. On top of that, things have to escalate though, honestly. The fact that they bombed the fuck out of Palestine during the Super Bowl, and they told these people to go to Rafah because Rafah was where they were going to be safe. Rafah is where the border is, where the humanitarian aid is supposed to be coming in. And what did they do instead? They fucking carpet bombed them while everybody was busy fucking giving a shit about what Taylor Swift was doing at the Super Bowl. Like, fuck that all.
Yeah.
And they're still continuing. So yesterday, somebody commented in my feed while we were there supporting the comrades that were taking over the Coutts building.
Mm-hmm.
Nasser Hospital was being bombed.
Yep.
Again. Like it
is.
And then we have stupid fucking politicians. We have zero people in leadership. Zero fucking people in leadership that have any fucking common sense and humanity. And what a letdown from Jagmeet Singh today. Or yesterday. What a fucking letdown.
So I think this is what Ziggy was mentioning here. This is probably something I missed. What did you guys hear?
Oh, I missed it. What happened? I need a tidbit.
Well, what were you mentioning about to Jagmeet Singh yesterday?
His stupid fucking tweet where he jumped on the bandwagon about the guy who parkoured every fucking scaffolding he saw and wave the Palestinian flag. He happened to parkour the scaffolding at the hospital, and they turned it into this big anti-Semitism bullshit. Like, it's a dude that likes to climb structures and be proud and wave his fucking flag saying, remember the children, the people in that country who are being fucking carpet bombed, massacred, starved to fucking death. And all of a sudden there's outrage. Out fucking rage. Because some fucking dude climbed scaffolding. No outrage that 12,000 children are dead and buried under the rubble as we fucking speak. No fucking outrage at the fact that they're bombing hospitals, that they have video of the decomposing babies in neonatal care, that they fucking have people walking with white flags being shot. All of these things are illegal. But this dude, how fucking dare he climb Canadian scaffolding? No, you terrorist motherfucker. Like, fuck you. Fuck you all. I don't know how we're going to deal with this. I don't, like, I've never been so disenfranchised from my fucking, like, political parties and leadership. I am so not sure what the fuck is going to happen during election time.
It's true. And it doesn't get much better. And because, it doesn't get much better than, or much worse than this. But this kind of ties into to expand one particular discussion we've been having from episode to episode to episode, which is not only in regards to Toronto, and we'll get more in regards to discussing Toronto, but also Calgary. So pro-Palestinian activists say they're being singled out in the city.
Yeah, no doubt.
In particular, activists protesting Israel's onslaught on Gaza are questioning why the city suddenly banned their weekly political protests at Tompkins Park, long a popular venue for political demonstrations. After holding two protests in the park at 17th and 8th Street Southwest in December, an organizer for the group Justice for Palestine Calgary said they were told by city officials on February 1st that political demonstrations are no longer permitted there.
Fucking do it on the bridge, then on the street. Go. There's already case law in other places where you can't stop protest. No problem. Pick a better spot. Like
hang on.
Of their building.
So Justice. So this is Justice for Palestine. So they went ahead and, with demonstrations the past 2 Sundays and were issued two $250 fines. I'm like, well, that's kind of cheap, but still, you shouldn't have been getting those fines to begin with.
No, they shouldn't.
Wassam Cooley said he suspects the city's motives are political, though officials say protests larger size and a historic covenant frowning on religious or political demonstrations are factors. It's never been cited or applied before, so it's pretty dodgy, said Cooley. It's quite obvious that they're trying to pressure us. It feels like a really political application, he said. If the city's arbitrarily going to start applying this 100-year-old law and only apply this to us, it would be problematic. And that's what's currently going on. Mm-hmm. So,
surprise.
You have that. Yeah, you have that. You have all the stuff that we've seen in Ottawa in regards to the megaphones. Plus, as now we're seeing Toronto, as exactly as Deana was starting off there, jumping ahead, as usual. Pro-Palestine groups say Toronto mayor spreading misinformation on protest.
No, they left out Jagmeet Singh.
They did in this article, but this might have been before Jagmeet's statement.
Well, that's even fucking worse. Because it's out there that it's disinformation, and he has fucking people who are supposed to be in the fucking know before he tweets something racist and fucking stupid like he did. So, yeah, let's check the times.
So, this article here says, organizers of a pro-Palestinian demonstration that passed by a Toronto hospital earlier this week are accusing the Prime Minister and the city's mayor of spreading misinformation and being unfair to peaceful protesters. In a joint written statement, 3 groups who organized Monday's march, Jews Say No to Genocide, Palestinian Youth Movement Toronto, and Toronto Fight Palestine, said the politicians' suggestion that demonstrations targeted Mount Sinai Hospital in an act of anti-Semitism is unfounded and inaccurate. I'd also throw in possibly even defamatory.
Well, it is.
Protests marched from the Israeli consulate for 4 hours and concluded at Young Dundas Square, passing many buildings and monuments across the city, with some attendees climbing structures and scaffoldings to raise Palestinian flags at various points along the way, none of which were targeted, they wrote. We condemn the Canadian politicians incorrectly portraying the protests as targeting hospital.
Could you tell me who wrote this?
The article?
Yes, please.
This article is written by Fakia. Here, I can show it to you here. Fakiha Beg at the Canadian Press.
Okay, I want to thank Fakiha for putting that out there because media needs to report the truth. And yeah, I don't know if that there's any other articles who are putting out what the truth is. But so yeah, thanks.
But this is something I think we should discuss for a little bit here. I mean, this is getting worse.
Of course it is. They're trying really fucking hard. They're losing the information war. The only thing they have is to try to slander. It's the same thing as that fucking bullshit in Bayshore where they think we went and attacked kids. Like that was totally fucking set. Like it was so stupid. We were fucking marching past. We had already marched past twice. And then somebody wants to turn around and say that we were scaring children. No, it's the fucking assholes that left their children to come and start yelling at tiny hijabi women. Like, it's just so fucked up. Did you see what happened in Toronto? That Zionist woman freaking out at them and then smashes the phone out of the guy's hand like violent, stupid bitch. Like, are people outraged about that? Are they though? No. They're cheering her on. They're saying it was an assault. I like it. It's just so
I didn't have a chance to grab that particular video. I'm just seeing here if I can see here. Oh.
That's my last tweet. I quote tweeted it.
Yeah, I might be able to bring it up here. I'm not sure how well it's going to play. Oh, this might be a problem. Give me a second here, kids.
Oh, he posted at 5:27 on the 13th. And that article was on the 14th or the 13th? Was that article from
the 14th? It was the next day.
Oh,
it was the next day.
So he's just spreading misinformation because it's just easier to wait to see what the actual truth is. He just needed to get on board. Everybody else did it.
Possibly.
You do that. I'll be right back, and you play it. I have to come back. I'm sorry. I keep leaving today, eh? My bad.
I know.
My bad. I'll be back.
Just abandons me like this as I prepare things for you guys here. Terrible. Let me grab this for you guys here. I try to explain this to you guys. It kind of still look kind of cool while I'm doing it. So this is an incident that occurred in downtown Toronto, and it was, as stated, it was a person that just decided to attack one of the protesters. So it's a bit of a trigger warning for people watching. This does get a little bit aggressive. We do need commercial breaks, but unfortunately we don't have that budget or the supporters. Actually, we could do advertisements and maybe I won't be able to go and use it fast enough. Anyways, I'm going to share the video. Then hopefully Dean will be back. Give me a second here.
Israel! She just Long live two hostages! She hit me. I have it on camera. Are you gonna live Israel? She just hit me. Everyone move. Hello. Everyone move. I have it on camera. She should be arrested for assault. She hit me. I have it on camera.
I understand.
So you're gonna let her go? She just hit me. She's gonna assault other people. And I have it on camera.
Oops. She seemed pleasant.
Oh, she's a fucking. Oh my god. Yeah.
Yeah. So, they're calling the protesters violent, and you see that going on, and
It's
then
fucking crazy. And do you see how calm they were when she was like losing her shit? The marshals were just standing there, completely straight face, calm, just making sure that she wasn't going to breach and hurt people on the other side of them. And yeah, she just fucking loses her shit. She's fucking nuts. She's a psycho fucking Zionist Karen. She could fuck right
she
off.
is. Yeah. And so I'm hoping these guys are, I'm hoping that, at least, charges are pressed or something is going on there, because, again, if people feel that they can attack these particular protesters,
Yeah, look how much
That's-
balls
that's-
she had. She was by herself, just hitting at people because the cops were right there. And the cops did nothing about it. Nothing. I understand. How patronizing is that? I have it on video. She assaulted me. I understand. I understand. Now stand back while we let her fucking walk away. Yelling and screaming like a fucking lunatic. Well done, officer.
no. Not
It's a
much
fucking
more.
hate crime. Like, honestly, that's a hate crime.
It is. I'm not sure if they're going to do,
Well,
now it's
Zionists
gonna be,
can't be accused of doing hate crimes. Hate crimes are only against them.
yeah.
Can't
Well,
criticize
actually,
the
right.
Zionist government. That's anti-Semitic. Chris
What?
Elston is not Jewish, and he's a Zionist. Do not
He
have
is.
to be Jewish to be a Zionist.
No, and it's also very, very, there's a lot of
Evangelical.
Christian Zionists.
Yes, there are.
There's a reason for that,
I know that.
because of all that
Psycho.
prophecy. Well, no, it's,
Yes, it
That's
is.
a
They're
weird
trying to make it happen. They're trying to facilitate it. That's pretty fucking psycho, no? Like,
perhaps, but there's also interpretation to your belief and whatnot.
no, any belief that tells you that you have to hurry up and destroy the planet and destroy the world so that you can take everybody with you to wherever and they'll go to hell and you're the only ones who are going to go to heaven. There's just so many variations of psycho. There's only room for some of us, not all of us. So let's take a spaceship up there. Like, whatever. Fuck. It's
And
lunacy.
go live in a communist
lunacy.
world.
It's
Yeah, the
lunacy.
heavens, it is lunacy, because the heavens can be perfect, everything's gonna be provided, and everything's gonna be provided for us, and we're gonna have the best life up there ever. I'm like, okay, so you're gonna go living in communism is what you're gonna be doing.
Yeah, but why do you
Cool.
need to destroy the planet for that to happen? Just fucking die already. Like, whatever. What the
Apparently,
fuck?
it doesn't guarantee them there. I don't know why. Anywho, that ends it for us. Thanks for joining us this week. Don't forget to join us next week, 8:30 every Wednesday. Sorry, 9:30 every Wednesdays.
Yeah.
That's right, 9:30 is every Wednesday. There's no time change yet. And don't forget this Friday, as well as every Friday, join us at 9 o'clock.
I have a plug.
Spaces. You have
I
a
have a-
plug? Dita's got a plug.
Anybody who's in Ottawa, we're doing a film screening We're going to launch the ticket sales, I think, tomorrow. Film
Uh-huh.
screening on February 25th. It'll be at 6 o'clock. And basically, the screening is, I won't give away the name of the movie yet, but it is a movie, a documentary, and it basically discusses the similarities between South African apartheid and the Palestinian apartheid. So if people aren't familiar with how it is that Palestine is an apartheid or want to get to know more about both apartheids, South African, it's meant to educate and bring information to people. I can't wait. I'm going to see the movie tomorrow because I'm part of the organizing of these screenings. So we're going to be promoting it. So I want you guys to mark your calendars, please, if you want to go. It's going to be by donation. And we'll have a suggested amount of what you could pay for a ticket. But if you can't afford to pay for a ticket, we still want you to come because we want people to really see more about what is happening. So yeah, there's going to be some great screenings coming up. And I'm really proud of the group that's working on it. And I'm glad they brought me in. Anyway, so Sunday, February 25th, 6 p.m. There's going to be speakers. We're going to have a panel. You want to be there for the panel. Promise. That's it. That's my plug.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it for us. So yeah, if you can go, you want to check it out, February 25th. Go follow Deana. She'll have more information for sure.
I'll put it on Deana Joe. I'll put it on Twitter. I'll put it on anything.
She might even put it in her link tree.
I will. Correct.
No. Once in a while I'll have one of those. But again, and so don't forget, and between now and then, don't forget to join us again on Friday as well as Wednesday. And also, if you want something a little random, Saturday nights, still game nights. Tina showed up again. Kicked my ass a little bit.
Won 2 games. Number 1 right here.
Yeah.
Trivia.
So I could use some help in knocking her down a peg. In the ass, she's a little loud and everything else. So
I'm a winner.
Yeah. She's brutal. So yeah, by all means, reach out to me. We do that on TikTok on my channel as well as Twitch, but not on this Twitch. There's a non-political, non-activist Twitch I set up that's just for gaming. That's just neutral. Let me know, and you guys can join in there. Again, it's kind of fun. It's kind of easy, and you don't really need to be expert in games. As long as you know how to answer questions, it's easy. That's it. And also, don't forget to take a look at my LinkedIn tree. Downey Taro is still looking for donations to help out to finish off his case. As cases are going through and they're closing off, eventually we want to see if we can get his closed off too. So the quicker we can get him past that line, the better. And that's it. I think we have time for one last video. So enjoy. Good night.
Good night.
Justin Trudeau, Justin Trudeau, Justin Trudeau, Justin Trudeau, Justin Trudeau, Justin Trudeau, 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 Justin Trudeau's Trudeau, Justin Trudeau, Justin Trudeau, Justin Trudeau, Trudeau, Trudeau's policy, Trudeau, 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 Trudeau and the NDP, Trudeau's Trudeau, Trudeau's Justin Trudeau's holding a summit, Trudeau.